Good afternoon, Impish Nation, and welcome to another best sets video. In this video, we're gonna go over the Pokemon Grimmsnarl, which is one of my favorite Pokemon from this gen. I'm using it right now for my Pokemon Sword and Shield playthrough, and it's putting in so much work. And I just love that Pokemon design in general. The typing's amazing, and all in all, it's just a good Pokemon all around. Interesting mon, and we got a lot of sets for this one today. 4 sets actually, which is more than we usually do. I think it's the most that we've ever done on one of these best sets videos, because I got a little bit creative with this Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie, I got very creative with this Pokemon. We got some physical sets, we got some special sets, we got some nuisance sets, which I can't wait to share with you guys because that one's really fun. It's fun in my opinion, just because it's so annoying. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look into Grimmsnarl, the Dark and Fairy Pokemon, exclusive Dark and Fairy Pokemon. This typing is exclusive to this mon, and it does have very interesting abilities as well that we're gonna look at real quick. The first ability it has is Prankster, which increases the priority of status moves by +1, but we have to keep in mind that Prankster does not work on other dark type Pokemon. Now, all in all, Prankster is probably the best ability it has, but I'm still gonna go over the other ones because there are some sets in this video where I do actually use other abilities. Frisk, it also does get is that the Pokemon can check a foe's held items. This can come in handy for sure. You could see if a Pokemon's choice or not, which can change the way you play against it, or you can see if they're holding like a super heal berry, so you know that you want to try to one-shot it instead of save it for later. And just all in all, just information is key in Pokemon. The more information you have, the better you can do against your opponent. So Frisk isn't all too bad. And then the last one we have Pickpocket. That's all right. It steals an item when it's hit by another Pokemon. This requires you to lose your item or not have an item, but it could come in handy if you just bring it without an item and then just hit a Pokemon and then just take the item from them. That's always a strategy. It's interesting, but I'd still rather have Prankster or Frisk over Pickpocket in my opinion. Next we have the weaknesses. It's weak to only a few types actually. It's weak to Poison, Steel, and Fairy. Not the most common types in the game, but the whole Steel and Fairy hype train is going really hard these last couple of gens, so you want to try to watch out with those Steel and Fairy types. The strengths and the super effective stabs that it has are strong against the Psychic type, the Ghost type, Fighting type, Dragon type, and Dark type. Very good amount of coverage that you have to hit other Pokemon. And then resistances, it has pretty good resistances also. You're resistant to Ghost by 2 times and Dark to 4 times, and then you're immune to Psychic and Dragon. So all in all, it's not a bad Pokemon. You have a lot of resistances, or you have pretty good resistances, and you have pretty good immunities, and your weaknesses aren't that abundant. So all in all, very good typing. Then looking down farther, we have the hit points, which are 95, attack, which is 120, defense 65, special attack 95, special defense 75, and speed 60. Now the attack is the same attack as Dragapult, which we did go over in the last episode, which makes it so that this Pokemon is a hard hitter. It hits hard, but the difference between this Pokemon and Dragapult is the speed. Dragapult is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, while Grimmsnarl is, kind of lower to the bottom, actually, with only base 60 speed. But the fact that it does get Prankster does help it out a lot with that base 60 speed, because it does get access to a lot of notable moves like Bulk Up and like Nasty Plot that we can, consider later on in this video as we make a special set for this Pokemon. But I guess without further ado, since I just said it, let's skip straight to the special set. We have a Grimmsnarl with Life Orb, ability Prankster, EV is 252 HP and 252 special attack, 4 special defense. I did special defense just because special defense is the higher of his 2 defenses, so you might as well make the strong stronger. Modest Nature with Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, and Protect. Now the reason I have this set in general is because 95 special attack is still pretty good, especially when you get a priority Nasty Plot. Then that's really good actually, because you get to +2 immediately. You're tanky enough with all that HP that you could probably survive a hit, and then you can just attack the next turn, which is always nice. Now the reason this is like lower on my list of viability is because unlike the other set that I'm about to show you with bulk up, Modest doesn't boost, Nasty Plot doesn't boost any of your defenses. So you're gonna have to survive 2 hits in order to dish a hit off, or if you're playing this in doubles, maybe just pairing this next to a redirector while you're trying to set up is very, very good as well. But like I said, this is kind of a strange set because I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be a special attacker, but the special move pool that it does have is undeniable. It has Dark Pulse Stab, Dazzling Gleam Stab, and it does have access to Nasty Plot as well. So like you have the option for special there, and I just wanted to let you guys know that. Now, continuing on, we have the other set that I was just talking about, which is the bulk up Lum Berry set for Grimmsnarl. Now, I'm holding the Lum Berry because this is my physical set, and just because, you know, Will-O-Wisp might be a thing with all the ghost types running around in this generation, and I just don't want to risk getting burnt or, you know, just losing the ability to deal damage with my physical attacker. So I stuck the Lum Berry on it. I'm running 252 HP, 252 attack, and 4 defense. The idea, and Adamant Nature, obviously, the idea behind this is to get the priority bulk up, and then after you have that +1 attack, +1 defense, you can kind of go to town without caring about anybody. Now the reason I have 4 in defense is because I'm running bulk up, which gives me, you know, boosted stats in defense, so I might as well just make the better like I said before. I'm running Darkest Lariat, which is actually, I decided to run Darkest Lariat just because it's the strongest physical dark move that this Pokemon gets access to. I was thinking about running its signature move, but its signature move does essentially the same thing as Darkest Lariat. It's in his signature move, which I can't remember the name of, just makes it so that he can't miss, but it's only his base 70. Darkest Lariat is base 85, but it ignores stat boosts, like, you know, it ignores any stat changes on the enemy Pokemon, which includes evasion. So it also doesn't miss. So I just decided to go with Darkest Lariat right there. I have Protect, I have Play Rough. You can kind of switch that with Spirit Attack or whatever it's called, the new fairy type move that's base 70, but it's 100% accurate. I decided to go Play Rough because I like living life on the edge sometimes, and I think that 20 base power difference is gonna make a big difference when it comes to Okos with this Pokemon. But oh no, that's my Lum Berry Adamant bulk up set. Next, we have an interesting set. I'm running Assault Vest on this Pokemon, and Assault Vest just simply because my special attack is stronger than my defense, so this kind of does leave my defense out in the open. But with the Assault Vest, I'm actually able to make myself kind of a specially defensive Pokemon, and it does get access to enough physical moves to where I'm comfortable just not having Protect because I have so much coverage. Now, I switched my ability to Frisk just because since I can't use any non-attacking moves, then there's just no point to Prankster because I'm using Assault Vest. So I'm running Frisk in this set because, like I said before, information is key when it comes to these Pokemon battles. So Frisk can always come in handy when trying to decipher what your opponent is trying to do with their Pokemon. So you know, just Frisk I think is a lot better than Pickpocket. I don't know, because Pickpocket can kind of suck sometimes because you can just end up getting a Choice Scarf by accident, and then you're kind of stuck with that move when you didn't want it, or you can get a Choice Specs by accident. There's just a lot of bad times that could happen with Pickpocket, so I decided to go with Frisk. Now I'm running Adamant Nature again with a Hammer Arm, Sucker Punch, Stomping Tantrum, and Spirit Break. Now I'm running Spirit Break and Sucker Punch just because with this set you kind of want to try to play safer, and Spirit Break will make it so that they lower their special attack every time you hit them with the Spirit Break. So not only are you more specially defensive, you're also gonna make them take more hits to kill you, which is very useful because, you know, obviously if you're living, you're dealing more damage. Now I'm running Hammer On just because it's the highest fighting type move that I can have in order to deal with steel types, which can be very annoying. I have Stomping Tantrum to deal with poison types and steel types, which can be very annoying, and I have Sucker Punch for priority and for dark type stab. I think all in all, this set is probably one of my favorites. This set, if not the bulk up set, are probably my two favorite sets out of for this Pokemon period. But all in all, interesting set. But here's the cream of the crop here. Here's the set that comes straight from the afterlife. The Aguav Berry Prankster Fake Out Foul Play Thunderwave Swagger set. Now this set is specifically made for doubles to be the biggest pain in the world. I made this to literally be a pain. It does something similar to Swagger Thunderwave Klefki from back in Gen 6, except now you have access to Fake Out as well, which is really fun. Now I'm running 252 HP, 252 defense with the Aguav berry. I'm just trying to make myself as tanky as possible. And this guy is meant to go against physical attackers. That's why he has the foul play. That's why I'm also running the defense investment. And just starting off with the Fake Out, you go for the foul play when you need to hit an attack. Then you have the Swagger Thunderwave combination of just them hitting themselves, and you know, the Parafusion in general is just all in all why I wanted to try this Pokemon. And along with that, if you're using Swagger on something and then you're using foul play, you're raising their attack so that you also hit them harder as well. So all in all, this set is just really annoying, and it's like actually one of my favorites because it's so annoying. But with that said, guys, those are all the sets that I have for you today with Grimmsnarl. If you guys did enjoy any of these sets, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section, along with giving me a like on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the next video on, I think it's going to be Thursday, because tomorrow we have the Pokésports podcast going up on the channel. We have the Toxtricity set. So with that said, I hope you guys are looking forward to all of those. If you are, like the comment down below. I'm Ovation. Peace out.